Undertale, one of the greatest games of 2015, and by far my favourite in a long run. And again, what's a great game without an awesome soundtrack? Hey gamers, and welcome back to Gaming Hotspot. I've got a brand new series now. It's called Top Best Tuesdays, and what I'll be doing is I'll be going from 1 to 10 of the best of that I could find of a certain topic. Today will be Undertale soundtracks, so let's get right into it. Let's start it with number 1, and number 1 on the list has to be Spider Dance, and that is Muppet's theme tune. Take a listen. So Muppet is one of the bosses you face in Undertale. She depicts a spider, and what's unique about her fight is that she turns your heart purple, and you have to go up like that. Like, you can't move around freely, you have to go up and down and such stuff. So yeah, that's a pretty brief explanation of it. Here's another listen. By far one of the best tunes in the game, and that's why I definitely put it on the list. There wouldn't be a list without it, let's be honest. Without further ado, let's move straight on to number 2. Number 2 will have to be Papyrus's theme, otherwise known as Nyah or Bone Trussel. Here's a listen. So Papyrus is that comedy relief character of Undertale. In his battle, he has the fabled blue attack, in which you just stay still and avoid absolutely everything. But what's unique about that is he turns your heart blue, and he applies gravity, so you can't just hover around anymore, you have to jump. And I kept this quite low, as I wouldn't say it's like bad, but it's got a good beat to it, but not many people like it. But it's on the list because it is the official trailer music on the Undertale trailer. So I think that deserves a mention. And then again, Papyrus. Yeah. Straight on with number 3, we have Undying's theme tune, otherwise known as Spear of Justice. Have a listen. So Undying is definitely the big man, or woman, or fish, whichever one it is. But Undying is the captain of the Royal Guard. She owns pretty much everything. She's definitely the strongest character in Undertale, physically at least. And you have to keep fleeing to get away from her. And she also turns your heart green and then gives you a spear to block all her attacks with. I chose Spear of Justice on this list because it is a very funky tune, and it's also got that like little headbang thing over there. But yeah, here's another listen. Moving straight on to number 4, we have Asgore or Bergen Trucken. And this only just made the list. Because Asgore isn't that much of a definitive character, he's talked about quite a bit, but he doesn't appear. I chose this song to be on the list as well because it has that sudden drop. Like, you have the first bit, which is a bit calm. Here it is. And then this happens. See, the beat gets a bit heavier over time, and that's what makes the song really good. It's probably one of the only ones that suddenly has that drop, because after a while it's just that, and then it says about Asgore saying goodbye, and then he unleashes the trident and then destroys your mercy button. So yeah, and then it just bit downhill from there. So that's why that's on the list. Here's a final listen. Number 5 has to be Genocide, Undying's theme song, otherwise known as Battle Against a True Hero. And I chose this one because it's got that thump to it, and it really pumps you up for when you fight Undying. The music is great, and that's why I chose it for this. Battle Against a True Hero suits Undying more than Spirit of Justice does. You don't have to agree on me on that, but comment down below what you think. I'm interested to hear. Here it is. And number 6, which would be one of my favourites, unfortunately it's not played that much as all the other ones, has to be Power of Neo. And Power of Neo is Metaton Neo's theme song, hence Power of Neo. But you don't hear it that much because you get pumped up for the Metaton Neo fight in the Genocide run, and then suddenly, boom, you one-shot him, and you don't get to hear the music ever again in the entire game. But I put this on the list because if you sit down and actually listen to it, it's got a really good beat to it. But I'll let you judge, so have a listen. And while we're on the topic of Metaton, why don't we choose his actual theme, otherwise known as Metal Crusher. I absolutely love this song. It's got that kind of sinister haunted house kind of thing. You'll see what I mean. Have a listen. And still with Metaton, because Metaton, we have Death by Glamour, and that is Metaton X's theme song. I think what makes this really good is it's got that disco beat to it. Here, have a listen. And this is very compulsory for the fight, and it's literally a dance-off. You're trying to compete against Mettaton, trying to get all the views and ratings up, and yeah, the song actually fits really, really well with the battle. You agree with that? Have another listen. Number 9, my second favourite song throughout the entire soundtrack, Hopes and Dreams Save the World, if you like them both. Now with Hopes and Dreams, it is Asriel's theme song, and I should put a spoiler alert at the front, obviously, I will. But Asriel is the son of Asgore and Toriel, and he is one of the final bosses in the game. Here, have another listen to Save the World as well. I kind of like this one because it transitions from one to the other. It's not all one, but I tried to put them together because they fit together really, really well. And a lot of the songs of Hopes and Dreams and Save the World are all transitioned as one, so I decided to keep that way as well. So yeah, let's move on to my ultimate favourite. Number 10. This has to be my all-time favourite. And that has to be, you guessed it, Megalodonia. Have a listen. Now, Megalodonia is the final theme tune in the Genocide run when you fight Sans, the ultimate boss. So when you fight Sans, you will hear this song if you survive his first attack, obviously. If you die his first attack, you'll never ever get to hear it. Well, if you get to the main fight, you'll hear it. Call me an Undertale hipster, but it is my all-time favourite song throughout the entire soundtrack, no question. And it is for quite a lot of people as well. A lot of people will say that Megalodonia is too mainstream and it's overused. But personally, I don't think that, because Megalodonia is a really good song. Here, have another listen to it. And what I like mostly about this song is that the creator of Undertale, otherwise known as Toby Fox, used this song in 2 previous games. I thought there was the Earthbound, Halloween Hack, and Homestuck, which he also did. And he used Megalodonia for both of those, and I think this one's better. It's also got that kind of rock metal vibe to it, and it's like really headbanging, like yeah. So yeah, that has to be my all-time favourite. You know what? Have a third listen. And that's it for Top Best Tuesday. And yeah, I think this has gone really, really well. So thank you for watching. But for now, this has been Zephy, logging off.